everybody, my name is Diana. This is Diana Simplifies. I've got a super easy dessert recipe. It's a dump and go and stir, and you can prepare it very quickly and take it to any family function, any potluck you need to go to. It's always wildly popular. I mentioned it in my Dollar Tree and Declutter video from this week. Today's Sunday, so that video would have been on Thursday of this week. So I mentioned that what am I trying to say? I mentioned one of the ingredients that I just bought at Walmart. It's one of the things I stock up on, all the ingredients for this, so that when all these holiday functions come around, what are we coming around to in a couple of months? We got Thanksgiving coming up and then Christmas. You may get together in October for different harvest activities and things of that nature. So anyway, stay tuned and let's get into it. Okay, I'm back. So let me show you the ingredients. Super simple. This was the thing that I showed in my Walmart. It was Declutter and Dollar Tree, but this was one of the things I picked up at Walmart. This is the Lucky Leaf. They also have the Comstock brand. I always use Lucky Leaf or Comstock. I don't like the off brands. You can try them if you want. I would actually love to find something like this at Dollar Tree. I think some people find some of these at Dollar Tree, but I never find them. But the peach specifically, this is a peach salad. It is very hard to find. So I can find every pie filling in the world except for peach. So when I was at Walmart the other day, I saw they only had a few peach. They had a million of everything else. So I think I grabbed two, and I was just looking in my stash because I make this several times for Thanksgiving and for Christmas as well, because we go to different families, different houses and all that. So I only have 4 of these and I'm using one today. Spencer and I I'm just making this for us. So this is just for us. We both love it. I don't usually just make it for us, but I wanted to make it for you guys because holidays are coming up. So anyway, this is the first thing you need. Make sure it does say peach. You can try other types, but I would start out with the peach one. Okay. Then, now this just happens to be Libby's. I typically use Dole. Dollar Tree was having the Libby's, at Dollar Tree for $1.25. It is cheaper than getting the Dole at Walmart. So I did pick up the Libby's chunk. You want the chunks because you're going to drain this off. Now I've already opened it and drained it into this cup. This is just typically how I do it, and then I may drink this. Sometimes I throw the pineapple out, sometimes I drink it. It just depends. And if you have something to use the pineapple for, then feel free to drain it off and use it. The next thing I did, and I went ahead and drained this as well. This is also the Libby's. I usually use Dole again. This is the mandarin oranges. Now I've already tasted this. I drained it off into this little cup right here. I love my little plastic cups. But I drained it off into that cup because I do love to drink the juice off of this. It's so good. It's kind of like, well, it's just like mandarin orange juice. But anyway, I went ahead and tasted it. One of the little oranges fell out, so I was like, well, that's okay. I'll go ahead and taste it because I did want to let you know if this tasted as good as Dole, because some of the off-brands aren't good, okay? So like the Great Value, I do not use the Great Value. I do not like it. I don't know why. It's just not as good. The juice doesn't taste as good. The oranges don't taste as good. It should be all the same, but it isn't. So anyway, this is the Libby's from Dollar Tree, and I did like it. It tastes just like the Dole to me, and it is cheaper. I don't remember how much the mandarin oranges are running at Walmart, but everything's gone up. So anyway, this was good. So either way, Dole, but I would grab a name brand. I would not use a store brand. That's just me. Y'all do what you want. So I have drained those off already. Now the other thing we have to do, I go ahead and thaw this overnight. So I just pulled it out last night. These are the sliced strawberries. I do get these at Walmart. Now these have sugar all over them. Obviously, if you don't know, peach pie filling, all the pie fillings are full of sugar. So you're already getting a huge dose of sugar. So if you're doing keto, this is not the recipe for you. This is a great thing to take with you somewhere and not eat it. But anyway, not a keto recipe. But what you can do, if you can't find this, I prefer this to be like this because it's already sliced in the juice, but it is all sugared up. But sometimes Walmart just does not have this, and it's very hard to find. And I'm not even sure I ever found one at Kroger that I really care. I think I didn't like Kroger's brand very well. I liked Great Value better. But I think Kroger does carry it sometimes. I think it may be hard to find there as well. Anyway, if you can't find this, just get the frozen strawberries. Just the packages of frozen strawberries, and just dump that in. That you don't have to, okay, but this way you have to drain it. So we are gonna drain it. So in order to do that, I have my little plastic thingy and I'm gonna have it drain into this bowl. So I'm gonna start with this, okay? This is the first thing I'm gonna do because it's gonna take this a while to drain. It may still be a little frozen. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix this where y'all can see what I'm doing. Hang on. Okay, so now I've got my sliced strawberries. I've got my bowl and I've got this sitting right here. I'm gonna go ahead and open this. I also have the container next to me that I'm going to dump everything into when I get done draining all this stuff. This does look like it's mostly, I think it's mostly thawed. Just dump it in. Yeah, it looks a little frozen on top, but that's okay. I'm just gonna get a spoon and work that through. Now, I keep this, and what I do with this, because it's got a top on it, then the drain goes into here. And then if you like ice cream, you can pour this on your ice cream when you decide to have a little snack. Okay, so I think I have Spencer safely outside. He's been working on a project. Of course, I knew he was gonna work on that, but it took me a while to get in here, and I had to clean up the breakfast dishes. I feed my cats off these little china dishes and they like their canned food, and then I had a sink full of dishes, so I wanted to get that done before I started this video. So anyway, it's almost lunchtime, so he may walk in. Now, sometimes you'll see some little, this is like a little leaf off of there, so I'm just gonna stick it over here on this little piece of plastic that I got off of the container. That just came off the top of the container. Now, this is all, I've worked this, I think I just saw another one, little green piece. But I've worked this through. I sound out of breath like I've been running. Oh, I see another one. Here we go. I'm just so excited to talk to you about my fruit that I'm just like totally out of breath. Okay. I hear Mila meowing in the other room. Okay, so this bowl, you can see is very full. So I actually need a bigger bowl, I think. But it's okay. No, it's not okay. Oh my goodness. I've only done this a million times. Let me see if I can stick this right here. All right, I'm gonna stick it right here. Whoops, I made a huge mess, y'all. Real life, huge mess. Hang on, hold please. I watch The Funniest Guy on YouTube and he always says, hold please. He's real Southern. It's hilarious when he says it. So, hold please. All right, I made a big mess. Okay, so now I've got that sitting right there. I'm gonna put it to the side and let it drain. I can tell you that strawberry juice is really, really good. Okay, so I ended up getting like 3 little leaves. I don't usually get that much. This one just happened to be, it looks like little dead bugs, but I promise it's just leaves. Okay, now this is what this is just a small bowl. I think it's all gonna fit in here. Now, all you're gonna do is start dumping. So I've already drained the mandarin oranges. I'm just gonna dump that in. I usually start with the peach pie filling. I don't think it matters. And then I've already drained I still sound like I'm panting. It's a little bit hot in here. I've already drained the chunks. Dump that in. Heck, this may not fit either. I'm batting 0 for 0 here because I got to put the strawberries in here too. Okay, I think that might be okay. If it's not, I'll just transfer it. What can I say? You can also get, Walmart carries the smaller containers of fruit. I just grab whatever they have because sometimes they just don't have anything. So you just tend to have to grab whatever is on the shelf there. Oh, well, it's in the freezer section, but you know what I mean. You have to grab whatever they have. So if it's the smaller one, that's fine. If you need to get the smaller cans of mandarin oranges, that's also fine. I'm just gonna show you this too. I also have one time I think I was having trouble finding mandarin oranges and I got these polar ones and they're in a jar and these work fine too. I've used these, so you can see there's a lot of liquid. And it might be a little bit larger jar, I'm not really sure, but anyway, you just drain the liquid off and use that. And that was also, I think, from Walmart. I'm pretty sure I got that at Walmart. Okay, I think this is too small. I am not batting 1,000 here at all. I'm gonna have to transfer this, but that's okay. I used to put this in a huge container and it just didn't need to be in a container that large. And so then when I try to scale down, it doesn't always work out. So it's okay, but it's all fitting right now, but the strawberries are not gonna fit in here. Now, all you do is stir this together. What I suggest is making this the day before or at least maybe 5 or 6 hours before, so all these juices can kind of get used to each other, and the taste will be better. It's probably nobody's going to notice it. I would notice it, but if you need to throw it together, let's say you're going somewhere at noon and you need to throw it together in the morning, that's fine. It's going to be fine. Just want to get all the juice out of here. Okay. Now, so all these are empty. I've got this drained off, I think. You see it's still a little bit frozen. I see one more leaf here. It's crazy. One more little leaf. There might be another one in here. I promise you no one will complain. If they see it, they'll just think, honestly, I think people think that I make this like, that I cut up all this fruit myself. It's really hilarious. And maybe if they see leaves in there, they're really convinced you cut it up yourself. I don't know. Okay, there's one more. So it's still a little bit frozen, so more juice will be coming off, but that is fine. It's not going to hurt anything if you end up with a little more strawberry juice than you need in your concoction here. Nobody's going to notice. Hang on a minute, my hands are sticky. And I've managed to drop this strawberry everywhere. This was going to be a quick video, and then I kept messing up. Let's see. I'll just put it in this. I should have just grabbed this to begin with. I think this one's big enough. This is bigger. We'll just use this. I really thought this was big enough, but I guess not. So you can see it does make quite a bit. And I'm telling you what, Spencer's family loves this, and the kids, they go around and they clean it out. And even though it does have a lot of sugar, nothing wrong with kids eating some fruit. You can also take this to summer functions. Our family usually gets together more around Thanksgiving and Christmas and not necessarily all summer. So, but if you have summer functions with your family, they might enjoy this as well. Okay, so it's still dripping a little into here, but I'm just gonna go ahead. You can probably see if I keep doing this. You can keep doing this if you want to. It's going all over my counter, so I'm not going to keep doing it. I'm just going to go ahead and dump it in, because that's good enough. And then you just stir it around, and this is all you have to do. Now, if your family likes banana, you can cut up a banana and put in here. That's actually part of the recipe, but the kids don't seem to really like the bananas that much, and I think some of the adults didn't really like it either. So I quit putting bananas in here. So this is the final product. This is what it looks like. Yummy, yummy in the tummy. It's really good. And if you do decide, if you do like bananas and you want to put one in there, be sure and not cut it up and put it in there until you're ready to leave for your function. Or if you're cutting it up for your family, it's fine. You know, whenever you get ready to eat it, go ahead and cut the banana up. But the banana will start turning a little bit, really almost immediately. Even you would think with the peaches in there, it wouldn't do that, because you know, you would just think that the juice from the peaches would help it not turn, but it really does. So I would just suggest waiting to put it in there until you are ready to eat it or ready to go to your function. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this. Come back and see me next time. Love you guys. Bye.